Hey, this is Jamey with Stonemaier Games, and today I'm here to talk to you about one of my favorite games of 2019 so far that I've played, and that is Cartographers. I just played this for the first time on Wednesday, brought it and taught it on Thursday. Really, really awesome game. I'm really, really enjoying this game. It is a flip and write game, like a roll and write games, but you're flipping cards instead of writing, and it's my favorite style of that game. Even though it only says that it plays up to 4 players, this could really scale up to any number of players as long as they are physically in the same location. For a reason that I'll mention in a minute. There are 3 mechanisms I want to highlight here. I can't just focus on one because I really love these mechanisms. The first is every player is always looking at one card and drawing that shape. So for example, if I flip up the farmland card, doesn't matter that I did it, anybody can do it. You have a choice to draw farmland. As you fill your kingdom, I should show you this. You're filling this kingdom, you're drawing this map of a kingdom over the course of the game. So you get this farmland card, you need to draw farmland that is either this shape and then you gain a coin, or this shape. And I love this little choice. It's not on every card, but I love this choice on cards that it's featured on because coins amount to points and they're income. So you're playing this game over 4 seasons, 4 rounds essentially, and the coins are cumulative. So if I have 2 coins at the end of round 1, I get 2 points. And then I add more coins. Maybe I get a few more coins in round 2, and so I have a total of 5 coins then, and so I get 5 points in round 2, and so on. It's cumulative. And so the coins and the smaller shapes actually present you with a really interesting decision early in the game. Do you go with the bigger shape to meet some of the goals in the game, or do you go with the smaller shape and get the coin income? And late in the game, you may not even have a great space to put this big thing on, so you might actually want the smaller icon there to meet certain goals. So that's the first thing I love, that choice on some of these cards, and the flexibility that they offer. 2 is the monsters. And the monsters are a little controversial in this game, but I think it's a really, really clever way to add some fun interaction to the game. Add some silly fun, and I like a little silly fun in my games, if you can't tell from my designs. Basically, in rounds 2, 3, 4, not the first season, but the other rounds, you're going to shuffle a monster card into the deck of cards that look like this. And you may or may not pull this monster card. You don't know. But if you do, say I pulled this monster, this is a pass to the left monster, as you can tell there. Every player is going to take their kingdom, their map that they've been working on, and they're going to pass it temporarily to the left, according to this monster. And then that player is going to draw this monster shape somewhere on their map. This can screw up their plans. It can also make negative points, because for every empty space around the monster at the end of the game, you get negative points. So you give players an opportunity to actually fill up the spaces around the monster, depending on where their monster is drawn, so they don't get those negative points. But you can also kind of screw with their plans on their map. And sometimes you can even unintentionally help them. This is just silly fun, and I love it. I love that you are passing this thing around, screwing with someone just a little bit, and then passing it back. And then the moment when you receive your map back, and you're like, "What did you do? How did you put that monster there?" is a lot of fun. I really like that fun moment in this game. That's my number 2 mechanism. And then my last mechanism, which is probably my favorite mechanism in the game, is the variable scoring. So you are playing over 4 rounds, A, B, C, D, different seasons. The seasons again. There are lots of cards that replicate this. And you have these different scoring cards that you shuffle up at the beginning of the game. There are 4 different categories of cards. They have different backs. I think this is for balance reason, just to get a little variety in there. 4 different stacks. You're going to shuffle each stack, draw 1. So there are a ton of combinations that can emerge from this. And these goals are different goals that you're aiming for. But in particular, I want to focus on the fact that it uses the Isle of Skye system of scoring different pairs during each round and scoring each pair twice. So for example, in the winter, you're going to score D and A. So whichever card you had assigned to A and D, you're going to score both of them. Spring, you'll score A and B. So you can just focus on your immediate needs, focus on the scoring for this round, A and B. Or you can look way ahead in the game, look at winter and say, okay, I need to plan ahead to score D and A there. But I really, really love this type of scoring, this paired scoring system. A lot of variety because the order matters. Even if you have the exact same cards come out, they might come out in a different order the next time you play, and that can lead to a lot of variability in terms of how they're paired together and when you actually need to score them. Really, really cool mechanism. I love that style of scoring in games. Those are my 3 favorite things about Cartographers. If you have a different favorite thing about this game, or if any of these remind you of another game that uses that scoring system, this weird passing system with the monsters, or this unique choice, or this interesting choice, maybe not all that unique, but interesting choice on these cards, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Thanks!